Okay, here we are. I think everything is working right now. Let's make sure we got the right frame selected for the quest. Wait until people show up in the chat. I already have my Sevagoth Prime. I was just leveling him before the stream. Epitaph and the Nautilus as well, but still need to build those out. So I will probably do that after I do the quest. And then we delve into what Sevagoth has to offer. So this was the fashion frame for Sevagoth I came up with so far. Looking pretty good, if I must say so myself. But can do some different color combinations at some point as well. And I still have to look at the shade too. The shadow. So yeah. Let's grab my vault and then see what the quest has to offer. Lotus Eaters, yes. Sanctum Anatomica, here we go. Yeah, the signal looks really good on Sevagoth, but to be fair, for my own liking, it was super high up already. So I can imagine on other frames it just looks super wonky. Do we have to go in this door now? I hear some sounds, but not from this door. You have to go all the way here. Okay. Yeah, I 100% agree. The position is way too high up. Who is this? It's Margulis.
It's you.
Space Mom. Look at that cell phone. Operator, are you okay? What is that noise? Don't listen to it. Careful there, I'm here to help. What do you mean it's you? I'm not role-playing a child. I guess. Oh, do you have to... You have to select both.
I've seen that device
Interesting.
before. Some kind of communicator? Do you mind explaining exactly what you mean by that?
You, my child. The great indifference wants to take. I want to let it. I feel only the call.
True, the Mac signal looks really, really good on so many frames.
Drown out that noise that beckons. If any other answers the call. No. It has to be you. Our paradox.
Okay, I don't know if I could have also have been the operator, but we'll see what happens. Don't mind me sitting here being like, what's mouse button 5 again? It's my melee button. Oh, Kavat. Alimos, okay. Can I sprint? Oh yeah, I can. Ooh, I can jump. I can even slide. Ooh, look at that. Ghost or something. Honestly, if I must say, I'm not too caught up on Warframe lore, so please, I'm not a lore master, I'm just here to make wacky builds. So any questions about the lore, I will probably have no idea for you. I'm just experiencing this. Where are you taking us? No, not that way. Okay. Milkshake? Oh, phone. Okay, now I know I need to melee, apparently. There we go. Whoa.
Do you hear it? The calls of angels, devils, life itself. It's grown so loud. It tries to follow in his footsteps through time. You must find him first.
Interesting. Network not responding. This was the quest! Oh my god, I ran around for 5 seconds. Damn, hype's real, guys. Let's go. Now she's just here waiting. Okay.
I have here a toothsome conundrum, which I believe you will find quite engaging. Your attention, please. A good day to you.
Am I now just back in the relay? Was that everything? Yes, for real. This looks insane. Bass screaming. But I guess that was it. So time to get Sevagoth Prime leveled up and format down and fully invested. I think I have one shard here to purchase still. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. Look, I knew it. I don't have a chair, but I can buy some. Yes, please. I'm just buying all of this stuff. And at some point I will probably do up my orbiter real nice. Make a nice cozy place for myself in the orbiter. I think I also have to pick up some of the things from the Zeraman, because those look really nice as well. They're more like stones and rocks and things, so you can build off these walls and make it feel a lot different than your usual sci-fi orbiter. Okay, so I guess with that being the quest and getting another little glimpse of how we're probably going to transfer into 1999, we go to Sevagoth and continue leveling him. So primary I was leveling something as well, I'm just not sure what. Before I do, let me swap back on Volt and actually make sure that I am not messing up my pre-made stuff. See. Here we go. The AX52, oh yeah, I was upgrading this a bit. We have the Epitaph with nothing on it at the moment. Let's change that. Fire rate is below 2.5. Okay. I'm thinking for the Epitaph I want to do the damage cap nonsense. You will probably see people build it as a primer with Encumber. Yeah, I know. Some people's Orbiter fashion goes crazy. I've been recommended a couple of videos on people's Orbiter fashion, and that stuff looks out of this world. I cannot imagine spending that much time on it, but I mean, I can make it look a little bit better than it is now. It's just the basic stuff. With all of the tools that we have nowadays. Just haven't gotten around to it, because when it all released, I wasn't really playing Warframe that much. And I care more about doing the builds than doing all of the cosmetics, but it's slowly coming to a point again where most of the builds I've sort of done, so I feel like going back to fashion and doing a little bit more of decorating as well. Anyhow, let me think. So that's really easy to hit Dmgcap with secondary surge. But I'm thinking just either outburst or the roll. Overcharge, no. Where's the one where you roll? Accuracy? Accuracy. That's how I did before. We go dead ahead at the moment though. Get Hornet Strike and then get multiplicative CO funnies. Can do status damage if I'm doing the hemorrhage build. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. I have this Riven as well, which I could roll for the build. But we'll see where we end up. Fire rate goes too high with Lethal Torrent, which kind of sucks. Creeping Bullseye on it. Oh, this is nice. Gets it back down. Just have to make sure that I'm not running Reinforced Bond. Have people in the chat already played with Sevagoth Prime a little bit? Are people enjoying him? Whenever the regular Sevagoth, whenever I got him, I just pretty much immediately put him into the helmet and didn't bother anymore. So for building him, I need to look up stuff. So if you have any like weird interactions that I should be aware of, just put them in the chat as well. We could brainstorm a bit together, which might be fun. Okay, so this works for now. And then I could do at least some elements. Could also do encumbered for all of the status procs if I wanted to, but we'll see. Cool. Let's level this first. I was leveling this. All of this needs to be leveled. Can I just copy from Warframe? Yeah, okay, that's good. This looks nice. And then the claws. Yes. See how to build those. Looks like high crit. Good damage. Let's see. Overload, maybe. I mean, if you're priming with the Epitaph, if you're doing the priming build, might be cool. Don't know if you spam heavy attacks on this. I literally have zero clue. So we'll just do a regular old YOLO build. Make it something like electricity viral or something, we'll see. Okay, time for leveling. Ah, okay. I was prepared to grind out the relics because I have all of my syndicates leveled up pretty much, as far as I know. And I have some of the open worlds. I have the Fortuna open world, as far as I know. And don't think I have any of the other ones, but I could do some extra relic runs if people want to join from chat at some point. We'll have to see. That one. Because we haven't format yet. Yay. People do be shooting. I cannot wait for everybody to be spamming Gloom everywhere and every defense mission with randoms taking an hour. I just need to fix my audio a little bit. game is insanely loud. Okay, that's better. I also don't know how many format this is going to take, because as far as I know you have to format the Shadow and his regular version separately. Let's see. Got some funny Epitaph shots. Maybe I can use a primary primer. Glaxion might be good, but I still don't have one. So the idea is, if we level up everything, I'm gonna see if I can make this Epitaph Prime hit damage cap, which should be relatively easy in something like a measure. The damage vulnerability. I mean, that's 1 million headshots already, and I'm not even. This is no forma on the Epitaph. Yeah, when I opened him up, I saw that there was no aura polarity, and I was like, oh no. So it means that everybody at least has to forma him once. Crazy how the Epitaph just got a straight upgrade in every aspect, like damage wise, crit, status chance, everything. Just across the board. It's insane to me. Do we keep going? Let's see. Level 22. Yeah. I'm in for another round, baby. Stay here. Just migration, great. I know, right? When I opened Nautilus and I was like, oh yeah, of course the Verglass is Nautilus's weapon, so we have the Verglass Prime now, which is also a straight upgrade. Which is crazy because I recently posted this short with Dante. I got the ID from this other YouTuber called Havoc, so if you didn't check him out yet, definitely you should. I think he's like a French YouTuber. He usually posts stuff where it's like super high damage and some weird interactions as well. I would definitely recommend checking him out. And he posted something about a Dante build doing like damage cap with the Verglass as well. And I was like, well, maybe you can turn this into some crazy semi-AFK stuff, which was already posted by Ayunte as well. But now with the Verglass Prime, that gets even easier, and it's unlocked even faster for people starting out in the game. It's like, oh yeah, just get yourself a Nautilus Prime and then get the Verglass and then get a Volt or something so you have all of the external buffs. Maybe a Sarin and then go ham. Just buff your Sentinel like crazy and then you don't have to do anything. You just have the Sentinel kill everything with one mod. Contagious Bonds is everything you need at that point, I think. The Epitaph Prime also looks so good. All in all, Sevagoth looks really good. When I built him and I saw him in the arsenal, I was like, damn, this Warframe looks good. DE is doing a real good job making all of these new primes look very fancy. You can tell they put a lot more work in all of the textures and stuff as well. Ever since the Void Shell update went through, all of the glossiness and textures look so much better. Everything just looked like a snot first, all the way back, 20 whatever. 2015 or whatever, when I started playing, everything looked the same, everything looked super boring and bland. Only 42% critical chance with crit delay, so Riven still needed for the Bond mod. Yeah, true. I mean, if you're running the Verglass, you're running the Verglass for Contagious Bond shenanigans anyway, with Heat stacking over or Toxin or something. I haven't tried Verglass on Hydroid, but I'm not sure if Hydroid gives you the corrosive buff on your weapons or on your Sentinel. I think I'm being retarded. Am I? Yes, I think I am. Am I bugged? Oh no, I revived. Okay. Interesting. I have to read through Sevagoth and understand this kit better than I do at the moment. I have no idea what I'm building for, I have no idea what I'm doing. But this will be a fun stream, trying to learn this all together. Or again, if you have an idea, just put it in the chat. Getting headshots with the Epitaph feels so good. Pop, pop, pop. I wonder what mastery rank the Epitaph Prime is. I didn't check it out. Maybe someone knows. I know the normal one is mastery rank 8, which is super early in the game. If this is even earlier, then people just have access to Dmgcap weapon. Mastery rank whatever, like the Cyan. What level are we? Almost there. Spam some more abilities. Back. I was in a call with Well-Played Ninjas earlier and he was saying that preparation works really good on Sevagoth, so I definitely want to check that out as well. He was testing it a little bit, so we have to find out exactly how it works. Cora chassis? Ooh. It's a small drop chance for that one. Imagine just casually getting a Breton Vandal stock. Trying to farm some levels. This kind of sucks though. Level 29. At least I can form an Epitaph. Inbox message. Aha.
None of us could hear the
There was
device that
more.
was calling from the daughter of Hunhow heard it and almost succumbed to its call. She raised her voice in song to drown it out, and that we did hear. I should have known she was waiting for you. You answered a call and, in a way, found an answer. For me. The time is almost right to finish the Kalimos sequence. I will soon be able to send you to the city-state of Holvania in the plague year of 1999.
Holvania.
Perilous time. Without your equipment, you would surely perish. Luckily, the vessels have a connection to Albrecht's volunteers that I believe I can exploit. You will not arrive unarmed, nor unarmored.
That's good.
We won't be late.
Arthur's Kinney kind page. 2 megabytes of memory. Oh my god. We can store all of our anime on this. Hell yeah. 2 megabytes. Imagine. Okay. Thank you, Warframe lore. Let's get back to formatting our weapons. That's what this game is really about. I mean, come on. Okay, well, we cannot slap anything else on there at the moment. The claws are here. This is also format time. Yay. VN. What else can we now put? Make it firewall. Ooh, we can we do a Tenokai on that? Really? Interesting. Am I looking for? I'm looking for cold mods. There we go. And then I am looking for almost ranked. Nautilus is ranked, so let's get something in here as well. Yay, spent plat on the reactor, it's fine. We have 31k. Pages bonds. Definitely want a minus in here for the animal instincts. Regen can go there. Fold bonds because we want cordon. Papillon somewhere maybe. Regen we had. This we cannot run because we need a ribbon, as pointed out in the chat by Tomil. Then, for now, we can still put some more stuff on. Vacuum. But of course, you could slot Tenacious Bond there. What does the shield do if we put this on? Are we over the thing for reinforced bond now? Yeah, we are. Ooh, okay. That's really nice. That's an idea. Doesn't work well with the hemorrhage build for the Epitaph, but could be good for the Verglas. Many Forma packs will be bought this evening. Okay, so we do a heat viral on this with some reload speed if possible. I believe we can stack the galvanized mods using our own guns to increase the damage. Can do critical delay, but not sure. I'd rather just have the status. Shivering Contagion is an idea. Mentalist. We need viral, so we get malignant force, rhyme rounds, and then we have 2 heat mods here. That's what I think the build should look like. And then aptitude might be the just a regular rifle aptitude instead of the galvanized at some point. Depends on if we're stacking the galvanized mods or not. Let's see. Format this as well. Put a V polarity right there. Cool. Wait, now we have space for at least 1 heat mod. So you can go thermite rounds. And then we need hellfire here. Okay. Looking good. Let's see if this AX52 needs some more forming. Don't think so, it looks good. Ooh. But that's 1 more round of Sanctuary Onslaught on normal, then we format Sevagoth and a Shadow. And we go from there, and then maybe look at the abilities a little bit closer. See what we can conjure up. Might not be anything new, but who knows? Hello. The amount of mastery rank I'm getting from this is also insane. Another 102. I have so many weapons that I've never unlocked. And I also don't really feel the need to unlock sets. I don't know if I want to do the grind. I'm quite content with being legendary rank 1. Oh, 2.8 million damage. That's pretty good. $5.8 million, okay. Yep, the Epitaph is quite insane. Wondrous world of multiplicative condition overload, which is still present on the Prime, which is very nice that they at least kept that. I reap and I sow. Hello, friends. They disappeared again. I'm going to do another rank now. Sorry, boys. Cancel boards, but I'll just leave. At least I don't feel too bad knowing that people can join in the second wave. So I don't necessarily leave them with 3 people. Good luck, Tenno.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Okay, get our 2 formats in. It's almost time to buy a forma bundle, I think. Look at these sickness. Yeah. With the bunny ears. What else do you want on your fashion frame? Bunny ears and an amber signa. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, I can do the aura forma, why not? Wait, that's 80 platinum, that's a bit excessive. I can craft one and maybe rush it. It's cheaper. 4 forma, no thanks. To the shop we go for aura forma bundle. Thank you. That's juicy. Got some extra mod space. Now what do we do with it? Okay, Sevagoth Shadow flies outwards, ravaging enemies in his path. Survivors are damaged by deaths. Harvest over time. The souls of the dead will fill the death well. Damage for an ability, 127. Okay. And we do get the crit chance from the augment. Shadow emerges from the enemy. Burn, okay. This has range, an 8 meter radius. Is that moddable? We put stretch on, does this increase? Yes. Debuff duration, okay. Good to know. So, plant a death seed in nearby targets to drain their life force. Reap what has been sown to detonate afflicted enemies, dealing a percentage of their health as radial damage. The souls of the dead will fill the well. A percentage of their health. So this is percentage scaling. So I guess it's level based in that sense. See? Gloom. Gloom we all know, hate or love. The death well fill Sevagoth's shadow form is able to be released. Tear the enemy asunder with a collection of melee focused abilities. Okay, and then we have the shadow, which we can see here. We do have an aura polarity here. So we can do... I guess you can do steel charge. Ghastly hands pull enemies into a flailing mass. Dash through enemies and rip out their souls to heal shadow. Lifesteal 25%. Is this damage increased by viral? Maybe you can do something like funny Reeve insta-kill, but then with consume. Death's harvest, damage for an ability. Does this debuff stack on the other debuff? That's what I'm wondering. If we have a debuff from here, and then we have the debuff from Sevagoth's first ability. If that stacks, that's quite crazy. Oops. And then here's how we switch back, I guess. Okay. Reunite, yes, okay. So we can also just do growing power on both of them. You can put arcanes on here too. What? Do these carry over? Question mark. I know, Tomil. That's exactly what I'm struggling with here as well. I have no clue about how his kit interacts with stuff. Like, if I put an arcane on here, does it carry over to his normal thing? Like, if I trigger it on here with Fury or something and then swap back, do I still have the Fury buff on my main Sevagoth? I have no idea. You do Ice Storm and then stack Augmented on the other one? That would be funny. I don't know. Lump something on and we'll work it out along the way. What are we looking like health wise and stuff? Okay, so we have quite a bit of armor, which is cool. How do I have so many energizers? I bought them when they were cheaper than they are now. The whole arcane collection is looking like this at the moment. And at some point, these will all be sold, which is about 50k platinum for what the price is I'm aiming for. But we'll see. Maybe the price will drop before that and I'm unlucky, you know? Things can happen and have happened before. But yeah, 50k plat is, I calculated it back to dollars the other day, and it's like, I think it's something like $2,800 worth of platinum, which is insane. But once you get to these numbers, it becomes quite trivial to get platinum and uphold it, especially if you know what kind of things in the Warframe ecosphere are worth a lot of stuff. So you can work out when things are underpriced or not. I am him. Maybe I'm the Gen Z Eminem. Let's just build this real quick. Do some random stuff on it. We have heal, so I guess Intensify could work. Lifesteal. Does that work? Question mark? We'll figure it out. There will be a good old Simulacrum sesh impeding as well, coming in. Cannot put this on. Do we want range? Afflict enemies with a harrowing condition. I guess we want range because of Embrace, so we can pull in enemies. So maybe just a bit. Stretch and Augur Reach or something. Where are you? There you are. What kind of Ds can we run? I'm literally just throwing in whatever works. 14 left. Duration. Balance maybe. Okay. What have we got here? So here needs to go a forma, but just format him. Let's see if this works. Going to Ghost form and then swapping back, see if it gives me the energy back. The forma everything now? It's so hard to keep track. Okay. No, I didn't. I heard you like forma. My god. Okay. Back to the XP grind we go. At least now we have the elite version of this unlocked, so it's a bit faster. So, damage for an ability. I wanted to do the fun one. I wanted to do funny damage for an ability. Stuff is just too weak. There we go. Extra XP for hacking a random console, sure. I'll take it. Thank you, Mirage, for nuking the entire map. Always appreciate someone who's running a Mirage in ESO. Okay, so let's see if we switch back. No, we don't get all of our energy back. But you do get back the energy you had at the moment you switched. So you can sort of snapshot the amount of energy you had, which is cool. That's pretty good. Can I... This is line of sight. It's also hard to see whether they're affected by the damage vulnerability or not. I don't know if it has a visual cue. I think I'm almost max level. I am. Only the Epitaph, wait. So we just shoot a bit with the Epitaph and then hope for some kills. And we have everything max level in one run. Hello. Do I need Prime Sure-Footed? This is one of my questions. I guess I don't if I just spawn a Dante Spectre, or if I use Unaru, but being knocked around by the Epitaph is a bit annoying. Cannot say I enjoy that very much. Okay, let's make sure not to step in that. I think we are max on everything. Okay, not the Epitaph. $7 million. We'll take it. Level 28. Next run we have the Epitaph max level as well.
The sanctuary will go on without you.
Maybe I can run another melee as well to level it. Get that sweet mastery, which I didn't care about. Thank you, Jero. Goodbye. Get the Silva and Vegas off. Put something else on. I don't think I have any other melees that I want to level, really. Dex and Arcana. Did I have two? Dex. No. So I need to level this. Look cool. Wait, I have a cool skin, maybe. The Exilus skin. Don't have that. This, or this. Cool. Epitaph can't do anything. Here we can put another Forma in. I don't know about other augment mods for Sevagoth as well. He must have some more. Let's have a look. I expect them to be here. Nope. I expected wrong. Then I expect them to be here. I expected wrong again. Maybe here. Here we do. Okay, Dark Propagation, so augment. Enemies killed while inflicted with so spread its effect in a 15-meter radius. Shadows Death Harvest and also inflicts so. And so was the debuff. So it's like a spreading debuff. That's good. Sounds very nice. Reduces critical chance by 50% on enemies inflicted with Death Harvest. The skills with ability strength, right? Yes, okay. So we may want even more strength. Possibly natural talent, but we can fix that with Archon shards too. If we do want to spam cast something. Maybe some range, just in general. Figure it out later. This was looking quite dandy. Pretty much maxed, isn't it? Can just run something there. Oh wait, preparation is what I was told. But then here, and then here we can take it off because it didn't work. So here I could do sure-footed at some point maybe, I guess. Get everybody in the YouTube comment section pissed off that I'm running something with prime sure-footed like every other YouTuber in existence. I just don't like being on my ass. It feels so bad if you're used to not being on your ass the entire time. Just put some extra duration in for now and then see where it takes us. So Epitaph we couldn't forma yet because it's not fully leveled. So if we're lucky and we run into another Mirage, we can immediately forma after this run again. Let's see. Or you're just alone and there's no Mirage in sight. Also possible. Very nice Gordon. Seems pretty good. Okay, that's definitely annoying that you cannot spam cast because of the elite. That's okay. So this shade that you spawn, it just goes everywhere. No, it seems like it goes in a straight line. Only consume. It looks like Arcane Archon Intensified did trigger, so that's good to know. $5 million. Just headshot all of these guys if we can. Finally people are joining, which is good too. Get some more XP going. To be honest, kind of disappointed with that quest. I was expecting to do something more than following a cat around. But I mean, it was a preview, so even then the other quest with Dante was more interesting. Maybe it was just to create some extra 29 million. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. we'll take it. We're already seeing some crazy damage numbers, so damage cap is not that far off. Well, I mean, relatively it is, but it's just a couple of extra modifiers in here there. Okay, let's see what we have going on. Yeah, let's just extract. Get this Epitaph format. Anything else here? This is true damage, which is also something to consider. So viral is quite good, because it will increase that damage by a lot. Okay, so Epitaph. Another V. Get this here because it's more capacity. Can do something like galvanized crosshairs. I'm wondering how long is that charge time? 0.23. How long is it on my normal Epitaph builds? This is damage one. Oh. The damage. $14. Running something to make it shoot faster now. Or is it 36? I guess it's 36, yeah. Okay. So even with deceleration, with the minus 20%, the charge time is faster than the base, which is quite good. I'm wondering if I should just take it off, because we get the extra crit chance from Sevagoth, his augment as well. So we can just run Gambit. Lose out a little bit, but crit chance is still 143. How high is it with the other one? Creeping Bullseye, it's 150. Yeah, who cares? 7%, come on. Can also run crosshairs if we want to. So hemorrhage is not possible anymore. At least not the 70%. Bulls. And with this one, it's barely possible. Just on the edge. But then reinforced bond will scrap it. Okay. Go for Gambit for now. Now run something else. What's funny? I'm wondering if... There's Encumber. Here we are. I'm wondering if Encumber will get more damage because you get so many status effect types. Then maybe we have to run Seeker. And if I'm doing Encumber to increase the damage, I kind of feel like I should run extra fire rate. Let's do it like this. This one we didn't have to form anymore, at least not for what I want to do. Nice UI, very nice. Okay. Love the UI. Well, this change is really good, the sidebar. Cannot complain about that UI change. Also quite interestingly, a lot of things were not really changed in the patch notes as far as I saw. They fixed some of the exploity stuff, which has been covered by INT in one of those videos where you could do an invincible Titania build. It specifically stated those interactions and Tenacious Bond stacking infinitely with Panzer Devolution. So no more AFK camping steel essence farming for 9 hours. Which is a good thing in the end. I feel like the problem with Encumber is it still kills so fast, at least on these levels that you will not see the insane damage that you can get. 2.8 finish. Could be a lot more. Ghost Boy doing work for the 16. Nice. Can we track the crit increase somewhere? No. Hold on. 3, so Shadow Haze. Okay, so that's why we track it. So then we have 3 times 127 extra or something. What are we looking like level-wise? No, I have to go another round. Isn't this lovely, just leveling? Let me just jump in the Simulacrum, please. This affected by line of sight? It doesn't seem like it is. It is annoying with objects. Okay. Oh yeah, try preparation. Wait, we switch back. We reunite. We get Biggie Wiggy. Shoot back, but that's what we had probably. Then we switch. We are full energy, okay. And we spend a bunch. And we switch back. Switch back. And we are full energy, okay. Or is that based on what you carry over from the frame? So many questions, so little answers. I also keep casting these 2 abilities the wrong way around, I think. Because it's reaping what I sow, so I have to sow first. Logic. Yes. Is that word? Spamming that hard? I think if you spam it that hard, it's not gonna work. Because the ghost actually needs to fly over the targets, I think. Okay, what we're looking like. Max rank, 27, sure, fine. Maybe we can get the Necron on next round before we lose. 20, 28. No, no. Okay, I'm gonna chill right here. Let me also pull up the wiki page for Sevagoth. Sevagoth. Okay. Can go through his abilities. Cool. I'll pull that up on stream at some point once we start testing. Arsenal. Upgrade. Forma. Guess we're always running some kind of augment, so we could do this. Another V and then we should be done. And we see what we do with this mess. That was fine. Epitaph. What do I need? Another V probably. Seven left. Riven is a V as well. Don't know what I would be looking for on Epitaph Riven. Status chance is a bit whatever. Also the disposition will be horrible. Don't know what I want to run at the moment. Maybe electricity. Or heat. Massive heat proc. Bah. Another status increase somewhere. Okay, keep it like this. I think it needs one more forma. Almost there, we're almost in the testing phase. We're almost at the level cap, YOLO damage cap phase. I think one of the best ways to test these builds will be in a disruption of about 18 million hello. I also don't know if there's a world where you would run double augment in Sevagoth, maybe. Guessing the increased fire rate stops hemorrhage being good for the charge shot now. Yes, it sort of does. You can, if you use critical deceleration or the whatever the equivalent was, creeping bullseye, I think, you can get it below 2.5, even with lethal torrent. So you can still sort of do it, but you need to make sure that you don't have any other kind of fire rate increases. Okay, I need to go another way. A rare Axie part for Sevagoth. Nice, man. I know someone who got the whole set in 48 minutes, which was insane to me. Then once you finally have the set, you can start investing all of the forma, all of them, every single one you own. I like how it's just casually hitting for like 11 million. It's so fucking bonkers, man. I also completely forgot about the Nautilus and the Verglass. Even those were pretty much done, so I can just level those while doing some missions, testing out the builds. Okay, there we go. I'm seeing trade chat flooded with people trying to offload, yeah. Nowadays farming primes whenever they release isn't as profitable as it used to be. Like everyone is aware of how to stack up on relics beforehand and like get your void traces up, and all of those tactics are now so well known that whenever something new releases, it's within hours that the price just plummets. Okay, we have a maxed out Epitaph. We have a pretty much maxed out Sevagoth. That's bundle time. The lifeblood of every Warframe player, 4 months. Put that there. Let's see. I was thinking another V, but it's so many Vs. Oh well. And then we can do probably probably do this and get the Riven here, and then roll the Riven for something. But what? Which reminds me, I think I still have to go to... No, definitely not Mantle, Iron Wake for my Kuva and my Rivens for this week. Small PSA, if you didn't know, you can get Kuva and Rivens at Iron Wake every week whenever everything resets, and it only costs you Riven slivers, which are relatively easy to get from Eximus units. So here's a Riven mod for 10 slivers, a shotgun one, you can get some credits, some Kuva, and another Riven mod, and we got a melee, so that's good. Yeah, I don't want to be rolling this Riven for too long, so let's just see what we get in a little bit of time. Don't want to waste the entire stream rolling one Riven, which is a bit pointless. Critical chance heat minus fire rate is actually crazy because of the fire rate increase, so hemorrhage. This is actually quite helpful. But we keep going. It's definitely not as good. Critical damage could be funny, or just base damage. Base damage is good as well. Multi-shot 2, puncture. Wow. This is quite decent, honestly. I prefer it over the other choice. It's also good grades. It's quite rolled quite high. And if you're not doing hemorrhage, fire rate is actually really nice to have. If I can get fire rate on this instead of status duration, maybe. They do not want negative reload speed. I might just roll this to like 15 or something. Projectile speed is quite interesting. But these grades are way too good. Probably gonna be this. This is what it's gonna stay like, I presume. Punch through. I mean, you get innate punch through on the charged shot, so more. Okay, 3 more rolls. Zoom slash, no thanks. No thanks. Minus 99% damage. Yes, please. That's exactly what I need. Actually, this is crazy. If you are using it for like an EV Trinity build or something. In that case, you want as little damage as possible. But in my case, no thanks. Okay, this is it. This is what we're rolling with. Let's get it upgraded. We can format this man once more too. Got a V in. 11, it's one more forma here for sure-footed, so I need to level him once more. And then I also want to work out what I'm doing here, because now I have the status chance on here, so this could probably go, because we have over 100% anyway with this. Another V, imagine. I am... I mean, I don't know, with the build where you do go for hemorrhage, if we would want to, you're running a Bane mod. And I want to, for damage cap, I want to use galvanized crosshairs. So it's another V. Okay, let's make this hemorrhage build to see if it would work with the current forma setup. So a hemorrhage build would, you know, just go for deadhead at the moment, doesn't really matter. Let's not put the Riven in yet. We have hemorrhage, we have the diffusion. Then we get multiplicative CO from this and this. And we have elementalist to increase the slash proc. We get a Bane mod to increase the slash proc. Then we want crit damage and crit chance. That's the build. And crit chance would go here, which is a V polarity. So it's definitely a V polarity there, because that makes both builds work. Okay, so it's one more forma here. And then no Riven on the hemorrhage build. Yep. Back in we go once more. Just curious what trade chat is looking like. Have it load up in the meantime. See what Sevagoth sets are going for at the moment. Also very annoying how my chat keeps going from left to right. Okay. Let me also prepare for pulling up the wiki page, see if my stream is actually up for it. No, it's not, so I will have to figure that out at some point too, to bring the browser window up. Preparation does seem to work on the shadow, unless it regenerates energy in the meantime. Something else we have to test in the Simulacrum. No crazy MK Prime left my squad, come on. We needed your help, crazy MK Prime. All of our hope was vested upon you. 20. Okay, we're already max rank, so now it's the Epitaph. Let's try to get kills with this as best as we can. Don't mind me missing all of the headshots and having terrible aim. It's good that I'm not a professional Apex Legends player or anything. Get this Xmas. Yes. Epitaph looking good. It's not max leveled, but it's fine. It will have enough mod capacity, I think. I hope. No, it's not. We need to do one more wave. 'Cause we couldn't fit it yet. We needed one more. Host migration, please. 2 common parts is nice. Can see why people are getting him so quick. Yeah, true. So it's 2 common, 1 rare, 1 uncommon, I guess. Blueprint is uncommon and the chassis is rare, okay. And then the chassis is from an X relic as well, which makes it more annoying. We will want to run Apollo. Apollo only for all of the X relics. Or Kappa, but get diluted drop tables from Gauss parts. Okay, this should be good. Yeah. Can leave. Let me try and at the same time figure out how I'm going to overlay. Plus, I want to do oh no, I don't want it like this. Hold on. I also want it all the way below here. Let's see. I need dough capture, and I need browser Overlay. There we go. That works. Okay, cool. And then see what this looks like. This would work. This does. Yes, here we go. Perfetto. Get this in the middle more or less. And then we read and we learn. Okay. Get my Epitaph with the last form on it. The bipolarity. Hemorrhage build I was running. That's yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's go into the simulacrum. And then we read the wiki page and see what it has to offer. See what it tells us. See what kind of possibilities there are. So I can see Reap. So it's radiation damage, damage for an ability, hold to cast. So it's faster if you hold it instead of tap. Interesting. 1 active shadow limit, 1 damage and mark per instance. 25% of the current health done as blast damage. 4 meter radial damage. 5% death roll gain. Death's harvest. Enemies receive 50% damage for an ability. Only 1 shadow from Reap may be active at once per player. Casting speed is affected. Yes, yes. Reap's damage can benefit from harvest marks inflicted by a previous instance of Reap or Death's harvest. Okay. Okay. While the shadow is in flight, aiming at a location marks it as the shadow's new travel direction, causing it to fly. Okay. So I guess you can sort of redirect where it's going, which is good. Ability synergy. Enemies seeded with hit by Reap are dealt 25% of their current health as true damage and detonate, dealing 25% of their current health as blast damage to all enemies within a 4 meter radius. Explosion damage has no fall off. While Gloom is active, enemies damaged by Reap's shadow heal Sevagoth's health Each enemy marked and then killed by any source or directly killed by Reap fills 5%. Okay. Deathwell gains stacks when sown enemies die from Reap, but not vice versa. Casting Reap is an upper body animation. Okay. Shadow Haze. Shadow Haze is a Warframe augment mod that increases the critical chance from any source against enemies affected by Reap or Death's Harvest. When affected enemies die, let's go to the page of this. Any source, question mark, also abilities. Critical chance bonus is affected by ability strength. Critical chance bonus is applied after mods the same way as Arcane Avenger and Covenant. Okay, so it's a flat % increase. Bonus does not apply to Shadow Claws. Auto seek enemies yet unaffected. What's here? Okay, so I guess this also applies to abilities. Okay, so there's something here, scaling wise. We need to see if this works with viral. And then go back one, and back another one. I want to go back to Sevagoth. Go to So. Does not require line of sight to inflict damage. Has damage fall off, starting from half range to a maximum of 25%. Casting speeds. Okay. So an enemy's hit by Reap are dealt 5 to 25% of their current health as true damage and detonates. Okay. So it's not already. I guess you want double augment if you want to nuke stuff across map. Okay. We want massive range, viral, shadow. See what Death's Harvest. Is this another damage from ability? I guess it's the same damage for an ability that you get from Reap. Because Reap applies Death's Harvest, right? Yeah, it marks them with Death's Harvest. Okay. That's the same buff, so it's not different. Cool. And then the shadow has the claws. What's that affect shadow claws? Pretty much everything. Condition overload. Sevagoth's shadow will benefit from Archon shards slotted in Sevagoth himself. Do the claws have ragdoll effects? And can you put... Can you put Lefany melee afflictions on them? No, there's no arcane slot. Okay. Do have the other augment mod, which I didn't level. Very nice. Back to the orbiter we go. Yeah, well, it's equipped or can just search. This is its propagation. Cool. So we give them a bunch of viral, and then we go funny. I'm also wondering if there's a... I'm wondering if... Nourish applies on the shadow's damage. So you could trigger viral that way. Okay, let's see. We have a Sevagoth, we have a Shadow Haze, now we also have a max rank this. And we have, for my own sanity of not being on my ass all the time, this. Okay, and then I also want to test Shadow form of Ice Storm. Okay, how am I going to go about this? This needs another format 2 here. 10 F. Guess we can do rank 10. So that's 1, and then I just want one with cold. A lot of cold, shivering, contagion. I want status. Just aptitude. I want long status duration. Rank rounds. Is there more cold damage? I guess only this. Cold and corrosive, I guess. I can do this, I can do this. Corrosive. Now we have magnetic because it's going to combine these two first, which is annoying. So this has to go here, this has to go here, this here. Okay. Maybe something like fire rate. Okay. Might be another fee. Which slot is that in? This one. And then needs another minus for reinforced bond if I want to run it. Yay. Enemies. You go bye-bye, you go here. Now we go into the shadow, which we cannot do because we don't have the stacks. That's pretty crazy. It takes their current health. It doesn't take their max health. Okay. Do I still have a sentinel now? I do. I get growing power from it, but I do not get ice. I do not get arcane ice storm, even though I am freezing enemies. That's quite odd. Okay, so the ice storm carryover doesn't work. That's good to know. So this is reap. And then everything dies. But then this is super low damage because he has such little health left that he doesn't die. So the only way we can... Yeah, you see it gets lower and lower and lower the less health he gets. Okay, so with viral we should be good to go. So we can make another Epitaph build. So this is biggie damage, this is hemorrhage, and then this will be a primer build. So we get encumber. I mean, status and status duration, why not? Get status duration. Status. We want viral. So that's here. Maybe something like this on it. Viral electric. Encumber. Fire rate. We don't care about damage, so anemic agility will be fine. And then lethal torrent. And then we have big status chance. And then if we have a big group of enemies, and if we have viral, and we have reap or so, and then reap, and then everything is goodbye. But it has to be viral procced, otherwise it's not working as well. Does this work on overguarded enemies? So it does. Interesting. But does the so apply? Looks like it does, doesn't it? These effects. Huh. I guess roar would work to increase ability damage. But nourish might as well. I just don't know. Have to test. Let's see. Don't even know if this effect is really... Is it just when I'm close? So it does work on overguarded enemies. You can see it. Ah, cool. Okay. So then you just give them a bunch of fireballs, and then it goes kaboom. So then the question is now, how big is the range? Because it needs to spread like Sobek stuff. So the range of this is 23. Dark propagation range is 21. It's fine. It's the reap range we are worried about, because it's the radius that this gives the blast, which is 11 at the moment. If I just go overextended, does that severely tank the damage? Also Shadow Haze, I don't know if that does anything. We need to test that. How large is the range now? 15. Let's see. Oop. Gotta get some guys. Oops. And so, maybe. Looks fine still. Funny nuke. Everything dies. That's what we like to see. What does this do? Oops. Shadow Haze. Okay, so I want guys without overguard so I can actually see whether I'm critting. 13. The Shadow Haze doesn't trigger. It only triggers if you reap sowed enemies. Does it state that? Increase critical chance by 50% on enemies inflicted with Death Harvest. A new shadow emerges from those enemies when they perish. Do you still get the chain reaction if you don't have this? No. You don't. Okay, so you need both. I see. Because with this, we will see funny nuke shenanigans. Yes, okay. So you need both of these augments on there if you want to do nuke renew. So this is sort of what it would look like. Still don't know if the crit chance does anything, but it's funny for on the Epitaph. So it's because of the spawning, a new shadow emerges. That's what gets this going crazy, because these keep feeding back into each other. Okay, so Roar would make this even crazier. If you're doing the nuke build, I guess you don't need the shadow. Like, Gloom is just quality of life, chilling around, having lifesteal and slows, so you can go through the map. And then the Exalted Shadow, I mean, what are you going to do with the Exalted Shadow? Okay. If I tank the ability damage or the strength, let's see if it still nukes when it sort of stops. Take these both off, have 100%. Maybe go negative. Just 40, see what happens. There are people? Nope. So some new people. Okay, so it definitely doesn't nuke them all longer, but if there's viral, it's fine. So a couple of viral primings should be enough. Yes. Okay. Is there a way to spread viral? Let's go back to the orbiter and put some helmets on and see what happens. I want 1 nourish. I might... God, I'm thinking, right, if you are going full caster YOLO frame, you put a 3rd augment mod on it, and you get Tempest Barrage from Hydroid. So you strip Ardor further down, even though that doesn't matter because you're dealing true damage, so that's a stupid thought, so that's whatever. But you have Viral Tempest, so you can just spawn Tempest Barrages everywhere for Viral. Or you can just run a Panther full Phyla and not be silly. Just take this into Circular Survival or something and see how it turns out. I'm wondering if anything else might be useful in terms of arcanes. Possibly Energize if you're casting a lot of stuff. Yeah, helmet chair. Wait, I'm not gonna go back to the arsenal because I definitely need at least 1 more build slot. I want to test like 3 things. Okay, so we have first one is nothing. Then Roar, Nourish, Barrage. At least these to test out. I have another idea. What if you stack Wisp's ability on this as well? Get even more stuff. Okay. Pause this for a sec and look for something. Here, Need to go here, here, here. Loop. There we go. Get the music back. And now go into Circulus and see what this does. Get some helmet abilities on here as well. So I want Nourish. So I need Bile, Calx, and Pheromones. Calx, Bile. Pheromones. Okay. So that's Nourish. Exalted Shadow in B. And I want to try Roar. Look at that. Again, we need Bile. Don't you love it? And again on the Shadow on C. And then we grab Tempest Barrage. Again Bile, my god. Do more cascades. D. Okay, go back to our arsenal. And just kind of copy the main build over, and then we can play around with it. Override, override, override. Cool. Let's have a look. So this is with Barrage, so it needs another augment mod. So what the hell am I going to drop? I guess adaptation is something that you would want rolling guard for. If you're doing some level cap shenanigans, you will probably be running something else, but this is fine for the base. And then here we are going with this. Are going with that. And auger mods will come from something else, so we need a grimoire. Is this ability strength? Yes, that's what we want. More damage. I wonder if the percent damage based on health is affected by ability strength. I guess it is. This would be base for all the other stuff too. D needs that extra mod. Can do this. Can get rid of this. Duration doesn't matter if we're nuking. I guess. Want to try this out, just see what it does, how it works. How much does gloom cost per enemy? 13. It's kind of crazy. It's because I'm not stacking duration, but I am stacking blind rage, so I'm draining my efficiency. Is there a way to cope with that? I could do intensify instead of transient fortitude. That would make it cheaper. Kind of want to try this one out first. Just plain old nourish. Sevagoth Prime Shadow now has a nourish icon, which is funny. Okay, here we go, Circulus. Why not do the relic? Pick whatever. Okay, so only kills with abilities is the goal.
Each enemy is more powerful than you. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
Stand by for life support.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. So it is very reliant on viral procs, it seems like. If there's no viral, it doesn't spread. Or the damage is too low. But did you see what I saw? It is proccing viral on them with Nourish. Okay, so you just cast your 2 and your 1 pretty much all the time, and that's it. And then make sure you have Nourish on. And if it's killing enemies now, and it's based on percentage health, it will just keep scaling like this. Does it increase the damage with Nourish? I have to check that out. This seems to work very nice though. Just casting your 2 and your 1, nuking everything in the map, shooting the Grimoire every now and then for some extra ability strength. Range-wise, it also seems fine. Might want catalyzing shields instead of rolling guard. So I'm not really shield gating at the moment. And the amount I restore is too small. 1 million? What? I saw a 1 million damage. The casting speed already feels very nice. I guess if I would put shards on this, it would probably be something like, no, maybe duration, honestly, because all of the abilities are quite short. Just so you don't have to worry about it. Oh no, violence. What the hell? It nukes the acolytes too. That's insane. What? It works on acolytes? That's ridiculous. It just took its entire health down straight away. How well does it fare on these guys? Regen. Out of energy. I'm dead. Well, seems pretty good. But I do need catalyzing shields on this. Not sure about Gloom. Like if you want to have it on or not. Slowing down enemies usually in survivals or things like that, it isn't really that beneficial. So maybe not turn on Gloom. It's the way to go. See how it deals with these guys too. It works. It works very well. Oh my god. Jeez. Jesus. You don't even have to be shooting your gun. Ability range and ability strength. Okay. Let's see what happens. Now it's rampaging. Yeah, that's insane. Who thought it was a good idea to have these two augments together, man? That's ridiculous. And dealing true damage as well. That's insane. Okay, so now I'm not leveling anymore, so we can see what the energy economy is like. Also a lot about enemy density, because if they're stacked together they will trigger the blast on each other, but if they're just alone then it won't really work. This seems more than fine range-wise. This would be really good with a Saren, like a super long range Saren with miasma to get everything viral. That'd be so good. What if we throw in a Nidus Spectre? Link me up, baby. There you go. Why is he lying on the ground like this? Is it because of Nidus? What? What happened? Wait, what? I never saw that before. I never saw an acolyte just chilling on the ground like that, having a nap. That's new to me. The way that this increases your critical chance as well is crazy. Oop. Don't mind me being dead. Okay, let's get out of here. Enough testing. This is at least one build that works very well. Could try to put on some shards and see what happens. And I want to... Actually, I do want to go back and see what Catalyzing Shields does. That should perform a little bit better with keeping me alive. And I'm also still unsure about the energy economy on this. I'd be very interested in taking this to a level cap in something like Cascade or something, see if this works. I would expect it does. Yeah, so when you run out of energy, there's no way. Okay. Sure. Time to go. Time to leave. Also time to do damage cap shenanigans with the Epitaph. So this needs one mod replacing, pretty much. Rolling Guard goes away, Catalyzing Shield comes in, and it feels pretty good, feels pretty finished. To me at least. Okay. So... Guard goes bye-bye. And Catalyzing Shields comes in. These already cost a lot of energy to cast, so you don't even need Augur mods. Well, you do because you want overshields, you want to go over the cap. So you need at least one. I'm tempted to cut Fortitude for just Intensify. Couple of more things to test. Back to the Simulacrum we go. I also think Roar might be better, but then your energy sustain is even worse, which is why I was thinking Nourish. Here. Visit, yes. Travel nice, thanks. Okay. Good old Simulacrum with Guy Stone. Okay, so we have this combination. We know this works. I just want to see whether there's an increase in damage whenever I do Nourish or this. This is 24. Actually want the pet to be gone because it might skew. 24. 48, 48. So it's 48. Or it's without Nourish. Still 48. So Nourish does nothing to the damage. Does it do something with So damage? 955. 955. Okay. Anyway, let's hit damage cap on the Epitaph. Just because why not? Epitaph. Prime. There we go. This is the build. Number. Okay. And then but there's also this build with Divine Retribution, which could be funny. But I am going with... I used to hit it with this. Probably need to roll her now. Okay, and then... encumber there, and then we get some more stuff here. So we get secondary. We get precision. We get Arachne, even though it's not max leveled. And then we get Epitaph is there. We have this. I guess I used to do it with accuracy. And I think I used to have Viral here so instead of this. Because I needed to proc Viral for the damage increase. Okay, then we prime them up a little bit, re-roll. Okay, not quite there. $17 million. Okay, now we have one more trick up our sleeves. Which is the damage vulnerability from the disc. We'll do this. Wait until roar resets. Arachne triggered, then we get this going, then we prime them up with Firewall. They're already dead, oh no. $151 million. Not quite there yet. Viral from another source? Question mark. Get back the multi-shot on here. Or it's deadhead time, possibly. The increase to the headshot damage. Okay, so now we have to stack up Deadhead instead. And we have to proc Viral from outside. What with? Could do Ignis Wraith. This is Viral. I just want Viral, high status, a lot of duration. Fire rates. These shots. Something like that. Okay. Retry again. I mean, 36 million is nothing to scoff at. I'm not complaining. I was wondering if I had any other types of sources. Maybe I had Worm Tenacious Bond for even more crit damage. What else is there? More damage here. Ah, of course. Of course. I think this is what I was missing. This. Spiral. Get the stacks up. Still not there yet. Needs more status effects. Every status effect is a massive increase to damage. So you can go electricity and then we can get radiation viral. Else on here as well. Guess. No. No toxin because we have viral. What's left? Gold? Gold. No, it's viral. That's all we can do. Maybe encumber. Back to encumber we go. Try to proc as many of them as possible on it. Seems like encumber is not rocking on the radials. It is definitely proccing on just direct impact, but not on the radials anymore. Hold up. I don't know. It used to be possible. Maybe I am missing something that I put in. when I did hit it. Add precision and arachne. Quite sure it was something along these lines. Possibly Magnum Force here for increased damage. Or it was back when Eclipse wasn't nerfed. Which could also be the case. I guess they'll try Eclipse. See what that does. Precision. Be the same. I mean, we're getting close, like hundreds of millions. $200 mil. Every buff is basically gone. Try some new enemies. Get 20, thank you. It's not bad. It at least shows you that the Epitaph is just ridiculous. And this can be a lot higher if you have a bunch of status effects on here. Which is where it will skill multiplicatively. And at the moment I don't have that many status effects on this weapon. Thinking what kind of weapon has a bunch of status effects which are different. Cernos. Maybe Cernos. Let's see. This could be funny. Scourge. Always hit headshots. Wait, what? Did I see that correctly? Did the chakram just... Yes, interesting, okay. Couldn't even throw it. check out the hemorrhage build, see what kind of bleed procs we get with divine retributions. So I know that used to work very well as well. Boom. Shakalaka. Boom. Still works pretty well. But again, I don't have firewall in here. If you would want everything in one gun, you would want firewall in here. But I guess this could work as well. Buy a bunch of firewall like this. Get a big slash proc, 1 million. That's not bad. And it could go higher with base increases from precision. $13 million bleed proc, okay. Still works completely fine. So the hemorrhage build is still also a very good contender. And this one hits, I don't know, like 200 something million. Be fair, if I would use this in a mission, I would probably go a little bit different. I would probably just mod for the viral and go deadhead. It's just a little bit more comfortable to run this way. Still works fine. What else can we do? I think this is pretty much it. I mean, we have the primer build as well. That's more for Sevagoth, if we are running him with the Epitaph. Oh, I wasn't even getting the Tenacious Bond. Hold up. We go back to the testing board for base damage and a bane, then this, and then here we go, more power strength. And we go more power strength. Secrets. Augur secrets. Power strength. More power strength. Intensify. Could have went precision intensify if I would have put Eclipse on my 4th. Not really an option now. Can go normal. No, never mind. I have Umbral. Cool. Ooh, I can try growing power. Or I already know where I was missing the damage. I already figured it out. Never mind. I'm being stupid. I was using holster amp and vigorous swap for all the extra damage. This was it. This was 100% it. I mean, this is definitely not something you will do in every mission, but maybe if my Arachne was higher, I would have been able to hit the hit cap. Also that this Ignis is literally killing these guys too fast with all this damage buffing. Oh well. This is not very representative of what you would be doing in a mission anyway. Nonetheless, we can have some fun, and I can show you a small disruption run, and then I will probably call the stream there. But let's do that first, and I will show you it on a Revenant probably. Go back to the Orbiter. I will show you that you can do a disruption with one weapon. Just an Epitaph. Viral here. This goes goodbye, this goes goodbye. Honestly, if you have Nourish, you don't need Viral on it. Maybe that's how I had it. I don't know. Did I have him on the efficiency? Oh no, Avenger. Okay, Epitaph. That's fine. A nice looking Revenant. Cool. So one weapon, one Revenant. Probably just do Apollo. Even though I don't like it. I like Kappa better. Okay. Witness the power of the Epitaph. One weapon, one Revenant against the world. Still have accuracy on here, but that's fine. Also, I didn't swap the mods out, so we go back because I'm stupid. I'm a silly goober. I completely forgot to get Viral off if we're running Nourish anyway. This is useless. Fighting Grenier. We want to shoot fast. And we want to have extra headshot damage. Now we are chilling. Okay. Let the enemies come. The only problem might be the ammo. 'Cause I don't have any maximum ammo increase or ammo conversion. Let's see. Oh yeah, I cannot melee slam because I don't have a melee weapon. Funny one shot, more or less. The only problem might be armor in really high levels. At which point you would need a second weapon, something like... or you could mod for corrosive on your Epitaph. That would probably take something like primary to get corrosive off of that. Kaboom! Hello. You just finished watching my Garuda video. Do you know what I will be covering next? At the moment, I am planning to do a revision on my recent loot video that I did for solo loot frames. A lot of people were pointing out that I was missing Atlas, so I have investigated Atlas in the same way I did for the other frames, so I will have a retake of that video relatively soon, but it will take some time because I still need to edit it, so expect it somewhere next week probably. In terms of frames, I was just playing around with the recently released Sevagoth Prime and was figuring out what to do with that. I probably theory crafted a build that's already out there, but it was nuking the entire map, which was quite nice. So video on that soon as well. I have an old video on the Epitaph, which I might be updating since this one got released. As you are seeing right now, I'm doing like 40 million damage. And I am able to instantly kill Demolists. But a lot of people don't know how to build the Epitaph to do that. So I will update that. And then, apart from that, no ideas yet. So if you have anything that you want me to cover, just shout it out and I will look at it. What about using Vulture one-shotting them with comparative ease? Volts 1. Oh, for dealing with high. You mean I mod for Toxin on it and then get Volts 1? Could do something like that. Also, welcome back to the stream, Vector Lua. I think he spawned right here, yes. Whoa. Maybe the Hammerage build would have been better here. So the slash procs. Ah, I already know how we can really easily do this. Just instead of running Mother Eye, which I'm doing right now, just run Unairu and then armor strip them that way. Don't have to mess around with other weird mods. Can just solve it by running a different school. Different focus school would fix the problem straight away. But yeah, I was testing a bunch of loot setups earlier today for Atlas. He seems to perform somewhere in between Korra and Hydroid in Exterminates. So better than Korra, worse than Hydroid. Which makes sense because if you are building him for a usable build where you don't have energy problems, you need to build for less strength, which means that he doesn't get the 100% drop chance increase, which you get on Hydroid, just statically without it being affected by ability strength, but still. So it was sort of what I was expecting. So I feel like the overall rankings will be relatively the same for Exterminates. But then in Survival, what I missed, which was just stupid on my part, was Orgaze is something that can be Helminthed on any frame, because Petrify is the Helminth ability from Atlas. So I put Petrify on Necros with Orgaze, which just went nuts compared to the other builds. At least like double the rates. But then I was trying around different like niche builds for the Necros Orgaze build as well. So I tested all of those and I came up with one way to play it most efficiently. Which might not be the way that people expect it to be played. But we'll see how the reception to that data goes again as well. Anyway, let me swap focus school. Wait. I can also see if I can increase ammo max. Or have something like ammo pickup. Rick mag. That's 4. It's too expensive. Don't want to put another form on. Because then I lock myself in. I cannot do stuff with this slot. I could forgo the multi-shot. Go packed and then I have enough space. It's a very slight decrease in damage. Because now I have 76 instead of like 40. Which if we do want to go the long run, then that's definitely needed. Recommendations. You seem to do more uncommon frames. I haven't seen a video with Nidus Prime. I don't know if you could find anything for him, but that could be pretty cool. Yeah, I try to cover frames that have weird hidden-ish interactions, which people would not find as quickly. But I also do like playing as high level as possible. So whenever I make builds, I try to have them in a way where you can have them level cap viable, even though it might not be everyone's cup of tea. And I feel like Nidus, it's possible because of the virulence stacks, but it's very hard because he's health based, and usually if you do want to go very long, you are relying on overguard or shield gating to keep you alive. But I could have a look again at Nidus. There might be some interesting scaling options nowadays. $84 million. You know what? I am the silliest goober, and I just realized why I wasn't hitting damage cap on these enemies earlier with Neja, and I was hitting like 260 million. It was because they still had their goddamn armor, which is like an 80% decrease in damage. So if I would have armor stripped them, they would have been a big no-no, and they would have had damage cap hit on them. Literally. It's getting late, so I will blame me being sleepy. Enemies have armor? What? Are you kidding me? It's such a shame that this resource boost doesn't apply to Steel Essence or Void Traces you can get. Bunny 6 million damage against the Demolist. Mr. Jenkins says he came to mind just because I remembered a few years ago people were all over him, but now I never see him anymore. Yeah, it's because the game changed a lot. It's like how people were usually drooling over Inaros being super tanky as well, and then in today's game standards, Inaros isn't really tanky anymore. If you really push stupid level content, he just always gets insta-killed. But if you are just playing the game regular steel path like this, doing a disruption, not going too high, then Inaros is still tanky. But I feel like that's the reason why people haven't been playing Nidus as often anymore. It's because him being health based and having no access to overguard sort of just killed this kid. I was also thinking a Hydroid video might be in place because there's some very interesting things you can do with Hydroid, because he's one of the only frames that has access to outside corrosive damage on his weapons. So you can do corrosive viral toxin, which is a ridiculous combination, because you can put Nourish on him, so you can get viral from Nourish, you can get corrosive from your other ability, and then you can get toxin just from modding. So you can get armor strip, viral proc-in, and toxin damage over time, all from one weapon at that point. So if you combine that with something like melee afflictions, Paratinos or whatever, the fists, the infested fists, you can do some nutty damage, or Serata as well. I do want to try out the Serata. Because I think it has Ragdoll, and Ragdoll overrides frozen states or locked states with lockdown. So you can still apply afflictions that way. Hello, okay, please stand still, thank you. I kind of want to build this Sevagoth nuke thing for max range as well and see how it fares using Roar. That will probably be able to go higher, and then I don't have to run Blind Rage, so I have more energy sustain, and then Nourish is not needed. So let me finish this one disruption round, and then we go do that. And go back to Sevagoth. Have you guys both played the quest already? The click 5 buttons and you're done. One more. I see a nice Maximus unit, so there should be a key somewhere. Oh, okay. Bombard key, yes. Jet, you were grinding Sevagoth and Nautilus. Plat has to be made. Way more important than a silly quest. I honestly agree. Now is the time to profit. Now it's the time for big profits. Cool.
As you conquered the foe, so you conquered yourself.
I kind of want to get to this one tile in the circular survival where I saw the spawn rates to just be astronomically high. I want to see if I can push like 250 kills per minute or something. Okay, so let's see. Go back. Sevagoth. This. I want more range. I can stretch here. And then strength is whatever. Just have it from fortitude. Could even have it from intensify. Go 130. Then instead of Unaru, go back to Madurai for the extra power strength, and then go Grimoire for extra power strength. Primary is whatever. Melee. Kratos quickly moving around the map. Okay, let's try this out. That's a quick fucking animation. Quick dodge animation right there.
Accept your death and regenerate. Trust in your training.
Historic mineral center is attempting to purge you from Zeus. Stand by for exit.
Oops. I need some energy, please. There we go. I already noticed the problem. I don't have my panzer equipped. Which is how I got the fire out to spread everyone. I always used to think when they get your weapon that if you didn't pick it up you would just lose it, but I don't think that happens. Oh, that was pushing. Oh, this is the build where I didn't have catalyzing shields again. This is also a good tile, to be fair. But it's not the one I meant for high kill rates. There's another one that's even crazier than this. Kaboom, kaboom! Okay, let's just finish this mission so I can get the Trax Plasm and then get the Panzer on, but I don't know, I feel like the Nourish version was doing way better. Even though this has bigger range, so it should kill more, but it doesn't. Might be one of those things where the true damage is actually scaling with ability strength, even though it's not mentioned. It's like with Nova's antimatter droplet. Dead. Get shield back. Okay, get these guys down. and Get out of here.
Extraction complete. Tenants, the void has summoned a new presence and it craves
It doesn't insta-kill. You probably need to have a certain strength target which you need to hit for it to start to insta-killing without viral. Get out of here. Oop.
A valuable lesson.
Okay, I did get my plasm. I wasn't sure if I killed them. Okay, so big problems, which can be fixed. This. It's useless, honestly. Then that's whatever. Fine. This didn't really work. I was running this before. Maybe a lower rank blind rage could work. Have a little bit more efficiency. At that point, who knows? Maybe it's better to just run Intensify. Could do Arc on Intensify because I'm constantly healing with Gloom. It gives me 60% without the drawback of the energy. And both of these abilities, if you're constantly spamming them, will probably give Brief Respite back. With Brief Respite gets me my shield gate. What is the range like now? 30 meters and 15. That's fine. Sure. Let's see what we can do for Archon shards. I can at least combine these. Get more strength in, I'm thinking. And then it's sort of whatever. Effectiveness on energy orbs could help. Ability damage on enemies affected with something could work. But I don't really have a way to spread corrosive. The other one is here with radiation, right? Or electricity. It's a way. You could do like melee influence, electricity spam. then you're limited by where the electricity goes or how much damage you deal. So I feel like strength shards will always win. Armor strip doesn't matter because we're dealing through damage. It's all just power strength, but I don't have any shards left. Maybe on another frame. I'll take them off. Let me have a look. Zephyr definitely doesn't have them. Vauban might have them. Like 3 of them. Yeah. And take them off Vauban. It's really going to play Vauban anytime soon again. Not after that level cap alchemy run, which just destroyed my soul. Okay, now we swap back to Sevagoth. The thing with ability damage is that I believe it's a separate multiplier, so it could be more, but it's more situational, as far as I know. So it would increase. It would be another multiplier which I could stack into, which would be good. But like I said, the problem is just consistency. And the only sources where you can get it from is corrosive, radiation, and electricity. And there's not really a way for me within this build to spread either 3 of them like consistently or consistently enough, as far as I'm thinking. I mean, the Grimoire does have electricity procs, like forced electricity procs that you get from the alternate fire, so you could send that into a group of enemies, but then it only kills that group of enemies. So I think overall you're better off doing ability strength, because the damage is also the thing. What also happens is your damage for an ability from the strength shards goes up, and this will help with scaling damage from Reap, and it will help with the chain reaction, I'm thinking. And with ability damage, you're not scaling that damage for an ability. So it basically, with strength shards, you're scaling 2 things. You're scaling both the for an ability, you're scaling your nourish, which is not multiplying any damage, but it helps you with energy sustain the higher it is. So that's why I'm thinking strength shards are just overall better. Maybe this one, effectiveness on energy orbs for energy. Okay, we navigate. Yes, there will be a Sevagoth video in the near future. I'm thinking of covering Sevagoth as fast as I can. So it might not be as well edited and detailed as usually the videos have been, like Garuda and Vauban. But it's the way of the YouTuber life, where you have to be quick whenever something new and shiny releases, which is why I'm testing it right now, and probably will have a video up somewhere this weekend, I'm planning. But I will try to cover some of these interactions just by me going over them in the Simulacrum, instead of me doing the nice motion graphics and stuff, which I will do for the loot video instead. The revised, revamped loot video. My god, I'm dying all the time. What if we just don't do that and nuke everything? Is my favorite tile. Maybe it's super rare and you don't really get it that often. This extraction? No. This is semi-okay. Everybody is lagging behind. Come on. I think this build will work better and better the higher level you go, because it's scaling on health. It's super dependent on viral procs, it seems like. There's no viral procs, you just end up with them having like super low health bars like this, and then you basically deal no damage to them. You see how the damage keeps going down more, or the less health he has. Same is happening here. But that's 99, but then they only have a little bit of health left. It's like no damage. You see? Now I can't kill him. Panzer's just dying all the time. It's also very dependent on how close they are together, because they need to overlap in explosion radius to propagate the damage like this. Like here it's happening quite good. Doesn't happen that often. So it might just be necessary to run Blind Rage because of the massive ability strength buff. Wondering if Xathas would do anything with this. Like duplicate the damage blast or whatever. And then propagate it. But it seems like there's nothing status-wise triggering. I'm not sure. Okay. Get out of here. So far, the Blind Rage version felt better to play. Where's the star? Thank you. I just need to run Epitaph with Viral and spam that everywhere. It would be so cool if Shivering Contagion would spread around different status effects, like it would have been a carrier. Like carry status effects around, carry them over. But alas, nothing like that. Epitaph, primer builds. I drop lethal torrents for range. Yeah, the idea of Archon Intensify with Gloom is fine. I don't know. Problem is you need health to restore, and if you're max health, it doesn't really trigger. Could also go Glaxion again, but I don't have a Glaxion for energy sustain. And you get the increase in crit chance. I really need to farm a Glaxion. I guess a magnetic one, because then you can do cold, corrosive magnetic, which is quite nutty. There is a Void Cascade Fissure. Let's just see what happens. I don't know if anyone wants to join Void Cascade Fisher. I'm not looking to do level cap, but just do a decent run and see where I end up. So if anybody wants to join, let me know. I can send you an invite. I'll wait a bit if anything pops up in chat, and if not, then I'll just run it solo for a bit. We don't even know what's in the circuit this week. Scana, I don't have that. I don't think any of my builds can handle it. Ah, I see, that's no problem. And then you can see me doing it solo for a bit. I just want to see how it deals with the tracks. I think as long as I viral prime them before I do the So Reap combo, it should be okay. Yep. This seems to work. As long as you just do like Epitaph spam. Instant kills them like 1 million damage through armor. Problem is a bit the survivability. Solo at least, I think this will be less of an issue if you're playing multiplayer with the shield gate. You can always run Gloom as well. Really all about the viral. At the moment I'm running this Epitaph with viral, it's way easier to just kill groups. I know. Boom boom. It's fun to watch them explode. A stalker, a wild stalker appears. see him. That was a good chain reaction right there. Where the hell's the Stalker though? He's also not showing up on the map anywhere, so I have no idea where he might be. I think I'm too late to get this. Oh, that's where the Stalker is. Somewhere here. Oops. Well, I lost to the Stalker somehow. Energy. The energy is also a very big issue. Energy sustain is so annoying on this. Because you're spamming so much. Blueprint, yeah. That was fun. Big boom. I'm hoping this last Exilizer will survive that was over there. I think so. I guess if I get a low grasp that has the energy for every energy orb, you get 1 energy per second or whatever. I guess if I get that one, I'm chilling. I guess these explosions also blow up crates, that's what it looks like. Or it's just because of my Epitaph. Time to lose one Exilizer. Oh. This works quite well, if I'm honest. Look at that. Watching the chain reactions is a lot of fun. Three Thrax units, okay. Boom. Boom. Kaboom, boom, boom. Oh no. Oh no. Thought I spawned in a Dante Spectre earlier, but I guess he just died like mega quick. This nullifier, man, come on. Honestly feels good to play this. It's a nice build, it's quite smooth. Just the survivability is a bit iffy, and energy regen might be a bit of an issue now and then. As long as you just viral everything, you're fine. Another form I'm being scammed. Okay, I think I'm gonna just keep going until I get something else than a forma, and then call it quits. And then I have an idea of what I want to make my Sevagoth video about. I might do something like a challenge run, which I might stream, but we'll have to see. No. Yeah, if you use Gloom, your energy is just gone because of the range you need for this build. Kind of sucks. So I guess I could subsume Gloom off of him. And keep the shadow. I see no energy, there's no way. The moment you run out of energy, it's over. Ugh. My god. Okay, got myself revived for the first time. to these other axolizers. Energy regen? No, no. Okay. Hey Tatsu, I think this is a very nice time to call it. Testing has been performed, quests have been played, damage cap has not been hit because of armor. Maybe I should just do a quick retake on that. It sort of pissed me off that I missed that. Honestly, this feels like you're playing Energy Vampire Trinity, but better. There's the exit all the way back. Boom. That doesn't get old. Game. Let's get out of here. Okay, let me quickly revisit that damage cap and then I'm gonna give it a call for tonight. Let's go. Nasha gets put back on. Bells and whistles, everything. Oops. Here, yes. Quick travel to the Simulacrum. Okay, so that Void Cascade was this build, if people are interested. Epitaph was this build with this ribbon, but if you want, you can just replace this with the status duration, and then you can put a lethal torrent here. But now we go back to our always nice Nasha. Go here. And then we get the Epitaph. We go to the damage builds. Get something that does a bunch of status. Ignis is fine. It needs less damage because it was killing stuff so fast. So it needs like 0 rank mods. There you go. And then the companion can stay like this, honestly. Because we just need the tenacious bond buff. And this applies viral too. Get Get some enemies. Get this buff. Get this down. Get this down. Get viral on these dudes. I have the wrong arcane on here. Because I want accuracy. So we do our little buff sequence again. This, this, this. Then we go. And then instead of this was where I did wrong. This. Get Unaru. Arm strip all of these dudes. Okay, so a little less eclipse buff. That's fine. Oh, Arachnin's triggered. Die way too quick. There's so many things that have to be buffed to do this, man. Okay, well, I tried. It is possible, but maybe not today. It's too many buffs to keep track of to actually get it down. Get that head back on. Cool. Okay, well, thank you all for tuning into the stream. If you stuck around, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed or learned something. I hope to see you very soon working on some new videos, which will be out next week as well as perhaps this weekend on Sevagoth. So stay tuned for those, and I will see you guys around. Have a nice evening, day, whatever and wherever you are in this world. Bye bye.